You guys ready for this? I'm gonna say it big and bold. Doing what I'm told when I don't care to. Meaning, I'm not a carrot dude. Quit calling me the orange man. What I'm saying is, orange isn't always bad. What are we talking about? Well, it depends on who you're talking to now. Last week, there was a different guy here, and he thought that we'd think the same things as he, but he had a whole different agenda. I didn't want to pretend to care about it. Dude, why are you so loud when you speak? Oh, because when I say things, I say what I mean. So even if it sounds like I'm being overly expressive to you, I speak boldly. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I guess we've all got our own lives. I guess we can all just go inside. Go inside is where I hide from trying to find some common ground. Well, commonly, we're all down here on the surface of the planet. The surface, you can't imagine how deep it goes. Just barely scraping things. Surface level. Yeah, level the surface. And let go. See where it rolls. No wonder you feel like you've got nowhere to flow. Water goes downhill. Just like where everyone else seems to be going around here. Hey, don't be honking your horn at me. You're gone. From the shining shore to sea. Down to the Florida Keys. Call it a gold rush. Call it you woke up on the wrong side of your head. Go back to bed. See if you can get some rest. Living in Crazyville. All you hear is tires squeal. People are always rushing to something. No, I'm talking about Czechoslovakia. So you don't block me. It's a rush. Slow down. So be it. You're a Soviet Union. Shout out to the Union. Shout out to what those guys are doing. They've got their own approach to things. I don't want to be approaching scenes like this. I like to do it different. I've got my style I stick to. I stick to a style with my big crew, and I just pretend I do all the things that they do behind the scenes, and it's great, dude. Come watch the show 7 days a week, and when the week starts, well, I don't really know what happens. I blacked out, and then I get back when Friday comes again. About 6 p.m., and everyone just starts to party. Hey, do you know the way up? Not the mountain. It's too big for me. But if I could just kind of hike some things, like the price is up, see if people would just pay more. Not attention, but say you're selling something, you want it to cost a lot so that people stop and buy it thinking it's high end. I pretend that I know what the brands are, but I got it from this van or car or bus or something. It was on clearance. It was discounted. They didn't discount me though. They counted me as a bro. They said, we'll give this to you for free if you go and sell it for us. Little did I know. Diddly squat. I didn't know it was not theirs to begin with. They stole it. Oh my gosh. Cold wind. Talk about getting turned in. Turn it down. I've turned out to be someone that got turned around. I just went the wrong way in life. I went wrong and I weighed in right. I weighed like, well, however much. Fine. It's okay. Better luck next year. It's called a weight class for a reason. You gotta wait to act like you believe it. What I mean is, there's some things you're learning. A little bit of lessons. Wow, are you a lyricist? Alliterations, actually, you expect it to come out better than it. Well, yeah, I am. I've been doing it since I was 10. I guess. Just working with words. Anyway, you want to do a verse? Put it on the album for free. You've been a good friend to me. You've been pretty friendly. We used to do a lot together. What happened to that? This is me taking a stab at trying to get that back. A lot of fake people in the industry. A lot of those fake people, it isn't me. I'll tell you what. And you can believe it if you want. Or you can just know that I'm a man of my word. Sometimes they're wrong. But I said it. Yeah. In my head, it's a whole bunch of people talking. Down the street, there's not so many people walking. Pay for someone else to do it for them. Pay for someone else to do it. Sure, I'll come if I don't have to put in any effort. Let your butler do it for you. Sure, dude. I don't have one, though, so you're gonna have to at least pull your own. Wait a minute. Are you serious? Well, just about as serious as it gets. Call the authorities. Ambulance! You can't get back a single second you lacked. Judgment for how to approach. Oh, the new way. Or the new ways, the new age. It's a new wave of something that was here last week, but just slightly different. Hey, do you guys know the direction to, Good Life? It's not a store, it's a literal question. I'm wondering why we're here. Maybe that's the answer. It's just so that we are. Well, I bought a new car. Felt good for a week. So my neighbor got a newer one than me. Oh, what do you think? That's what he asked me with his sarcastic attitude. You knew I'd be mad at him, dude. Keeping up with Joni. Jones is my bro, so I think, until he goes and does something that low. Makes me sink in an emotional hole I don't know how to pull myself back out of because I didn't get a fishing license. I tried it. Wasn't much for the seafood. I wasn't much, but the sea-doos, they were cool. He had a newer one, though. I couldn't make it up. I can tell you whatever I want. Don't listen. Why not? Well, it isn't required by law. Oh, how far have you gone? Well, I tend not to look back. I tend not to look back. If I do, I act like I don't care, but I cry more than I laugh. It's sad. Where I once was, was a place I could call home. Now I don't even remember the number. It's been all summer. Out here in the heat. Bacon. Something I don't eat, but well, I just thought I'd stop, on the side of the road, and found out they slaughter them. I didn't know where it came to before it would end. So I didn't want to spend the rest of my life playing into something like that, just killing animals for fun. Well, it's not so fun, but a person's gotta eat. I get it, I know, I just don't eat meat. It's just a thing, it's just me. Well, anyway, I don't have much in common with you, I guess. Okay. I don't care. Hey, look, I've got like little to no interest being here anymore. Do you want to just step outside? There's a park down the block. These parties just, they're not my scene. They're not for me. I know they think they're having such a good time until it's over. And they wonder why the good time's over. When really the real good time starts. In a place that says to lose yourself, you can get back to your heart. When it's all said and done. It's all sudden, huh? Power outage. The cops show up. Or someone gets so drunk, the ambulance is here. So you're telling me there's more to life than drinking? We're gonna just grab the wheel and steer somewhere else. Pleasure doing business with you. That's what I'd say if I was a businessman. I don't need to pretend, but I can. If I choose to, I could do you. Meaning I could do things just like the person I see 75 times when I walk down the street. Just like everyone else. Well, what happened to being unique? Well, what happened to being a sheep? You've got to have an understanding of what I mean. Call me a follower. I call it a follow through. I call it make good on my promises, or I won't make a promise to you. What I'd call it is all in, just to be all into this from the age of an infant to 100 and, well, you get the picture. I could picture my life as an old person sitting on the porch filling up a pitcher of lemonade. But sure, I can't make it stay. My life for that kind of length, if I'm gonna die soon. Oh, it's a haiku. He means it as a joke. Call it cutthroat. Call it a rainbow trout. Call it I play more now than I used to do as a kid. Big old pond to swim. You all gone with him, right? Call him one Dandy Jim. Shout out to Gretch. Playing this old guitar. Who is it that's gonna shoot for the star? End up in prison. Assassination. Oh, that's where you're gonna take this? You're gonna talk about that kind of stuff on something like this and act like you're not racist? I can't erase it. He was black. I'm a white guy. Pretty fly though. Fido. Call him a cow. I just thought I'd write it down. So you got offended. I learned my lesson. Do you even know what you're talking about? I didn't even realize I was the one talking now. Look around the room and all the sound was drowned out by what seemed to be anything but me. Sometimes I don't realize things. I just say what I say and I speak what I speak. It'll just happen before you can blink. One day we claim that everyone's free, and the next week, oh shoot, nobody says what they mean. Hey, so I want to give you a compliment, but I just, I don't want to sound like, it's just that, you're different than me, and so if I were to, it's your hair, it's curly, mine's straight, I get it, is that gonna offend you if I just, hey, you see this guy? Mariachi. He's just playing some music, and I can't help but think he's from a whole different country than me. Oh my gosh. Is that racist? Oh, shoot. I just don't know how to explain this. He just has some cool things, about him. His accent's different than mine. I don't even have an accent to the people I find in town who I find out have lived here for their whole life. But is that racist? Golly, I can't take it back if I say it. So I'll just act as if there's no difference between us, but kind of like try to make a hint. You can't take a hint. He's different. It's that he doesn't understand the social norms around here. But is that racist? Shoot. Now what do I do? Claim I didn't know he was any different than me? He's so different, dude. There's no way. He's not going to believe it. I don't believe this. I just want him to come to the party. Little did I know about the other countries. Because something seems so big to us and other people don't even blink. Did you know we're different? I didn't realize. Not really. I just grew up in a place where everyone was just about the same as me, I think. But now that I think about it, I don't think I even got a chance to be who I was to begin with. So, where am I from? I get it. But maybe not as much as I thought I did. You got it, kid. Oh, he's not a kid. He's just short. Sure. Just my luck. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in luck. I'll just be leaving this party. I feel like I offended everyone here. Bar mitzvah? What is that? I'm an American. What was that? I guess I don't know. North and South, and well, everybody laughed. It wasn't a joke. I guess I'm just naive. I guess I just don't know things. I guess I just think I'm smarter than I am. Is that racist? Bigotry? Is that what they call it? It's appalling. To myself. No, I'm just going to be calling myself. It might help. I'll pretend like it's the boss. I don't even have a job, but I gotta leave, I think. Just to relieve the tension, or relieve the... Did I mention you know what I mean. Well, anyway, I see that you've got a nice tan. Ner is your friend's name, right? Hi, hey, hello, hi, how are you? He doesn't speak English. ¿Cómo es? There's food. How do you say snack table? He's from Nigeria? Oh my. I had no idea. Is that in the UK? Dude, are you okay? I feel strange. It's a different place. Some different people too. Tell me about it. They're all different than you. Well, not the people that I grew up with. I don't think, at least, right? I'd go down the street and we'd find that we had so much in common. I guess the majority of it was just the sidewalk and the road, the zip code, the area, and the address. I guess I just never looked past it. Am I a bad kid for thinking that everybody else was the same? I grew up in a little place. Small world, they always told me. But who's that guy? I saw a cartoon one time and... was that the villain? Am I naive? You telling me I just don't know some things? You telling me I have a hard time when it comes to trying to speak to people who are different than me because I don't want to be offensive? And I could pretend that I understand the culture, but I don't know what that means. In science class, we used to take some things and put it in a petri dish. Is that the same thing? Culture? Or like the milk? Culture. You know, when I grew up, I didn't have people like these guys around. No, my town, it kind of stayed the same for about 100 years before I came out of the birth canal. So I'm just new to it. I'm new. Dude, it's kind of strange now for me to think that we're all the same. How? There's so many differences, so many people that are different. It's a big world out there. It's a small world, but where was everyone hiding? Is that what it is? They feel like they just have to hide from this? All the differences, it's just something we can't fully understand unless we lived it. Man, I'm really glad I came to the party. It's hardly something I'd like to do each week, but it gave me some perspective on things when I thought everyone was similar to me. And they're similar, but we've got a whole different kind of life we live and lead, and I just see that there's now a lot more, there's often your me amore, we can all love each other. We can hug a brother, hug a sister. Hug the person that you wish your hair was as soft as straight as kinky. Man, don't get it twisted. There's more meanings to that word, isn't there? There's more things than we can turn like our hair. I know some people dye their hair, but I didn't know that some people lived until they were died or dead from a place that, well, where on the map is it? I don't understand this. It's a small world when you look inside. Outside, it seems like there's so many differences. But I started talking to him, and it's like he grew up in a place that I did. Like just the same kind of place when I was a kid, but he didn't. And he's so different. But he's just like me, I think. And look at her. Maybe not that close, but you know, I just didn't realize. They called me racist. No, not them, but my friends. What's ironic about it is they were actually intrigued with all the questions I had. My friends just sat back and laughed. They thought they knew better. And then when I introduced them, they were the ones that were judgmental. Trying to beat around the bush. That's what I called this kid's afro when he laughed. Bro, you got a tree on your head. It's not really what I said. I called him broccoli instead. He called me a string bean. He called me a paper boy. Because I was white. I thought it was funny. It made sense. I didn't choose it. Just like this party. This is not what I thought we'd be doing tonight. But it helped me gain a lot of perspectives into life. People are a lot different than you and I. There's a lot of differences between you and I. Even though we grew up not even just down the road. But you lived in the house right behind mine. And even though these people come from across the globe, I feel like they're living a very similar life. In ways, at least, if we look inside. And I know there's a lot that we could find that is completely different between them and I, but that's what makes it cool. That's what makes it interesting, and that's what makes this hard for most of them. I know we all just joke because we don't know how to open up, but the same problems are inside the other people that I find at home under the steeple, at the church, with the same people that I've known since I was brought here at birth. So sure. What did I say at the beginning of this conversation with you? I think that I said something about winning or shining, or from sea to shining sea. I shine like my skin's white. You can see me better in the night. And that guy over there. Look at this girl. She doesn't care. She shouldn't. It's not all black and white when you realize it's about the light that's inside. Not on the outside. You know, we find like light skin, dark skin. Y'all kin. That's what they said to me. I didn't know what it meant or what it means. He was calling me a friend. I had to learn some things. They were nice to me. They're kind, I mean. Bold people. I was told equal was hard to come across, but turns out it's not. What's hard to do, though, is see through the things we think we need to be and the ways we think we need to speak. Because I look at her and she's different than me. And I look at him and that's something I've never seen. Oh, wow. Call it a small world. I don't know how. At least not now. One day I'll just remember, though, and have my eyes opened up to what's happening when I get back home and sit down with all my sisters and bros. Call it a family reunion. Call it, man, we were doing crazy things back there on that journey. This earthly life, and I was turning out to be someone who understood some things that I just didn't before I knew what it means to be a human being. We don't get to decide a thing. Not really. Born into a life where we don't find what we get until we're there. But we don't get what we found unless we care to understand what's really down when we go there. They say, don't go there. Don't say that. But if I just sit back and act like I'm going to comply to that, then I don't know why they got mad. And if they're just going to get mad, then they don't know anything but to act like everyone's against them, when in fact, I don't even know what I asked. Got so offended I had to duck. Someone's going to replace that window, right? Call it a wind-blown life. Twisty road. You miss me, bro? When I get back home. But for now, it's like they don't even remember we're equals. Well, I just mean anyone in general who is like me. Someone who's just judging things. I'm judging other human beings for judging human beings. What do we think? Do we actually think we'll get somewhere when we just don't let things leave? I'm talking about letting things go. Just forget about it. He didn't even know what he said. Naive. What does it mean? It means we don't know a thing until we know something. I don't know what it means. Oh, well, let's see. The thing is, we're on a planet full of a whole bunch of human beings, and I'm different than you, and you're different than... We all seem to be having differences between the same thing, the universal human being. I get it. It's funny because I really get it. I get that I just don't get it all, so... Can I call home? I called it all in. I'll be calling my lawyer. Telling him you called me a racial slur. Well, what does that mean? I don't know. I didn't like what he said, though. The dude was at my throat. He was trying to just, like, really... He was cussing me out or something. I didn't speak his language. Well, it's the same for him. He didn't know what he was saying to you. Can you just drop it, dude? No. Tug of war. All's fair in love and, Sure, I'll fight him. I didn't like him anyway. I think. He's different than me. He was probably judging the whole time. I just didn't realize. My friends told me, though, that he was being so mean. I think. Or maybe they just... Well... I guess he wasn't. We're not actually different, but we're different. Something. That's why they call him cousin. Hey, what's up, cuz? Yo, how's it going? Haven't seen you in like a week and a half. A week and a half? It's been like 4 years. Well, yeah, it's a slang term where I'm from, bro. You know? What are you talking about? Well, it's different down south. Yeah? It depends. I don't know, we're just different. I don't know a lot of things. But I know that you're different than me. I know that we've got a lot of things that are in common grounds. Like our feet. Walking on the same earth. You forget that? Wake up. No, it's morning time. I made some breakfast. A lot of times people are joking with you and you don't get it. A lot of times it's a headache. If you want to make it be one. I'm going to tell you something for real. I'm going to tell you something that you can't even understand unless you understand it. You hear? Listen to this. Wake up a bit. They're not being mean to you. They just don't know who, maybe even what you are. Sometimes. You're a human being, but we find that people from this country do it different than those, and people from this continent don't even know that the other one exists. What's up with this? Call it a higher and holier. God, I'd hire a holier person than me, or I'd beat you to a pulp with a... Well, let me refrain from my speech. Or I'll be the one that's labeled a... Can I say it if it's about myself and just not if I'm talking to them? So it depends on who I'm saying it to, or it depends on who's saying it. Dude, this is confusing. Am I racist? Should I erase this? I just, don't. I'm new at life. It's been 26 years is all. Well, I was going to tell you what there was, but I forgot. Because I learned other things along the way, too, and that's a lot to try to keep track of. Well, you get back next month from your trip to this faraway land, and you'll probably be basically a new man. You learned a lot, right? There's a lot of different people in life. But you couldn't have known that unless you knew that. Yeah, I guess. Well, it's just that sometimes it's a joke, and sometimes you don't know that they're actually out to get you. Something new for Christmas. Well, which one is it? Who's in the wrong? Well, I think it's determined by who's in the right. Oh. Alright, well. Fine. That doesn't work. No, that doesn't, that doesn't work. It doesn't. That doesn't work. It's the, you're telling me it's the person who's right gets to determine who's wrong? Wait. No, wait. Where'd you learn that from? I don't think that's, so, that is, then, isn't it? That's the reason we get into this big argument all the time, because he thinks he's right, and that means I'm wrong, or she thinks she's right, and then I'm gone. I can't handle her. She's a beast when she's angry. See what I mean? They're taking things in the wrong way. I tried to turn around, but then they'd say, that was a coward. Now it's my fault because I walked away instead of talking things out. I know I am starting to shout, but the wind noise, it's just when I pout. It's a metaphor, the wind noise. Now. Right on cue, huh? That's what it is. It's a bunch of wind noise. A bunch of people saying they think they know what's up in life and they don't know. Hey! Ow! Oh, now. Stay down. Sorry. Officer. Oh my gosh. Am I racist? Am I erasing this? What I'm erasing is a lot of people's faces when I say something they try to have me take back and I don't. I said what I said, bro. It's up to you to not be so offended about things that I don't use to offend, so you gotta understand what I'm really saying. But you're different than me. Now you think I'm being mean? Whoa, okay, I'm different than you. Put it on my end, dude. What's wrong with you? You grow up a bit? Maybe you're the one that's racist. Maybe you're the one that's erasing this progress we made to get to where we are today with this uproar you're making, kids. Who are you talking to? Well, put me on either end of anything. I don't care. I'll sit in between. Call it the space in between. Call it, you need some spatial awareness, please. Call it, I'm from a country where we don't think it's wrong to do that, so, am I racist? Yeah, I'm extremely racist. I want to take this whole country and tear it to the ground. Now, how does that work? This is your country of origin. This is where you had your birth. This is where you were born. Are you sure you're more against your own place than the other race? I don't know. I just wanted to win. Oh, you're a racist. You mean you're a runner? Well, it depends on who's competing against me. I'm not much for politics, but I think I could be the winner. If I just make things bigger than they are. They said just make a game out of it. Politics, it's all just in one year and out the other. They go in one ear and start to mutter. Call it earworms. Call it we've turned out to be a terrible society. God, are you proud? He's looking down. Like, I'm just here to help you out. Talk about being different. God's the biggest. And he's different. Because he's better than us. Can we just live and lead out of love? clap for the applause. Or have a round of a shot. Make it back to the top once you fall off. It's just a cycle of heroism. Sometimes they lose and they just want to win some. Who? Well, me, actually. And every other human being. So, are you telling me that God knows best? Or are you telling me that God don't test our abilities by who we are, but just who we are? Am I racist? What does it mean to even be a race? Just to get erased when death comes knocking. Death is an option. It's not stopping, is it? We're all gonna die one day, and I don't get an option to visit again when I'm gone. Just like everybody else who's on this planet we're on. I guess we do not really understand then. If we're not just trying to manage our lack of understandings. Can't stand things. I just mean that we're different. Isn't that something that we all know? It isn't? We don't? Can we get it? So we can just have a good time on this road? On our way back home. Anyone know what it means to be a human being? I'll sing it for all the people. Just gotta know how to sing or what? I think we can be together, all united as one person. Well, a lot of people, but the same. I think he's just kind of making a fool out of himself to prove a point. Growing up in different places, and you take it all or nothing, I guess so. Hey, let's get out of here. I'm just saying, dude. If it's not about me, then it'll be about you. One day, one guy complains, and the next guy says the same thing, but flips the script, makes it about him. And it goes for her, too. Talking about you, girl. Ooh, where you from? Is that okay to say? Yeah, what are you talking about? I'll say whatever I want. If we could just be a little bit more bold and tell people that we said what we said when we told them what we told, then we wouldn't feel like we have to regret something that we don't regret because we try to fit some mold. I don't want to be molded out to be something else like some other human being. I want to be what I am, and that'll help me be who I am. If I can be who I am instead of call it a ticking time bomb. Call it a time clock. I call it I'm talking. So stop. Stop with what? Stop it. I just don't think that we should be any more than a stick in the mud. I think we should stick to our guns. Oh, he said it! Get him out of here. Are you telling me that you're racist? I'll tell you whatever I want to tell you. But if you don't let me explain it, then you can take it and run with it. You told me you're a racist. You meant you're a runner. Like you do marathons. Fast. To just get to the conclusions that you have in your head about who you think I am. Is this guy nuts? No, I'm black. No, I'm not racist. I'm delusional. In fact, I'm white. Does he even know what it means to, like, bring people together? No, I don't. I got no idea. I don't know, but God does, I guess. No, I know he does. I just don't know how. Because I'm a kid. Still and always. Still and always. Just a kid. So there's a lot of things that I won't get. And so you telling me this. If I'm not racist, what am I? Because I see some people and I tend to find myself not knowing how to be around them without feeling out of place. I'm just trying to close my eyes and pretend I don't see a thing. Oh, nothing's different. Yeah, I've got no idea what's happening. It's such a different culture. I just learned what that meant. And, we're probably the same, right? Exactly. I don't see any differences. Oh, shoot, no, I gotta keep my eyes closed. Well, I got them dilated this weekend, in May. That was last month. I'm just trying to say that I don't know how to, well, what's natural for you isn't it's not the same as how I approach it. I just don't get I'm shocked by the culture. It's called a culture shock. There's nothing wrong. I just feel out of place, personally. And it's not even a bad thing, but I kind of feel embarrassed. And I don't care if you guys don't care. It's just it's uncomfortable to feel like I'm the odd one out. And it's odd that this is how we all feel if we all feel different. And why it's odd is because we're all still different, like we always were. Wait, that's how it's always been? Well, yeah, but we just used to spend the majority of the time in the same country we grew up in, but now we're actually doing something about uniting, and that tends to sort of divide us. And so you're telling me what I've done is laid here on my stomach through all the wind noise that keeps coming to get us to an understanding of something? That I am racist, meaning I'm fast, to run my mouth, or to run back to the conclusions I had before I concluded I can't know everything about everyone else. Like an ant in a big old colony, there's a lot of different types of ants, you see, but they stay in different places throughout different countries, usually. And that's not how it has to be, but what I'm saying is we take some things from a place that they were once placed and place them in some place different, and now it's a different race. Am I racist? Take a hint. That's another thing I don't get. That's what they told me. Take a hint. What are you hinting to? You gonna hit me, dude? Whoa, hold on. When's the change? It's so long, I can't complain. He's saying a lot of good things that make me feel a little bit more connected to him. He claims he's racist. He claims he takes this time out of his day to sit. Look at the world. They try to be changing it back to how it once was. Well, at once we can understand it. You get on a boat and you go to somewhere different with different people than you, and you're gonna feel different, dude. You get on a plane too. You get in a place who? Well, the people nowadays, you couldn't quite do it in the past the same, so what's ironic about it is even though we're less segregated now, we feel like everyone's running out of things to do on how to be equal, dude. We're always equal. Who you're gonna listen to? Listen to Jesus Christ. Listen to God. I'm right. Not because I say I'm right, but don't say I'm white if you're black. But try to act like there's no difference between us. Or just say whatever you want and understand that we are different. There's a lot of people on the world, or if it's in the earth, there's a lot of people, or maybe not in the earth, they're probably on it. Sir, I've got a question. Can you help me understand it? Can't just everyone be the same? Well, no, because they came from a different place. Well, then why didn't they stay? Oh, well, they're all the same as you, but they're different too. It's that there's different people and different humans. You've grown up in a place that someone else thought was foreign, and you're a foreign exchange student to some other place that you're just visiting for the rest of your life. Well, I don't know, fine. How are we ever going to end separation? Well, by bringing people together. But when we bring people together, we realize how different we really are. We try to separate them again. Well, that makes sense. Now, there's some things that I'm starting to get. That's why talking about it is a good thing. And should we ever think that our problems are something that we need to take and make a hush-hush kind of thing, that's what gets us into trouble. Please. Don't talk about them, don't talk about these, don't talk about that, and don't talk about things. Instead, we'll just label them a racist. But how are they going to take this understanding they currently have about the kind of person you are, and instead of you getting mad, maybe you could act as if it's okay for a second or two for them to ask you a question who's going to learn if they don't have an interest in things. You're interesting. We are from a whole different place, even though we're the same. Am I racist? You think so? Well, you can think that. I think no. Well, actually, I take it back. I don't. Wait, but actually I can't. I said what I said, and so... Did I make a mistake? Did I say some things? Did I make him offended, or did I make her pretend that she was someone she wasn't because she thought I meant something I hadn't even said? Am I racist? Can I take just a little bit more of a lighthearted approach to addressing the differences I have from you? Can we change this? Color of skin we have. Can we change this? origin. And the blood that came from our land. Can we change this? The ways we speak and think and act? Can we change this without going back? But now if we changed it, what would we have? A life full of people that have to act like they can't. Just be who they are, and that's all they'll ever be anyway. So this is the approach that I'm going to take. I'm going to a lake. What I'm trying to make apparent is sometimes you're a parent to kids that are different than you. How does that make any sense, dude? Well, because family's not blood only. Not necessarily. We hold things that we don't want to let go, but no matter how much we say don't leave, they leave. But sometimes we get some things in life and they become our life, or part of it at least. And you know if you know what I mean. But you can call me racist. I'll just be calling my black friend and tell me to take this words back that I said if I say it in a way you think I'm racist. I'll be hitting up my homies over in India, talking to them about the cannolis. And they'll think I don't even know what I mean. Because they're not Italian. They're not a person that I can't just get inside of with at a bar mitzvah just to go over to a Scottish show and tell them, yo, what's up with this? You know, dancing around the swords and sit in a place that I'm sure just gets clear across the seas from me. But am I racist? I think. Sometimes that we're all racist, so please. Can we just erase this? Not these videos and documentations of words that I speak. My name is Evan Strong. I'll tell you what's wrong with the societies is I just think a lot of people like to jump. Like the Mexicans over the border. Am I racist? Well, what's your conclusion? Am I racist? What's your delusion? Thinking I said something that you want to erase just because you think that I'm racist. Oh, I'll do whatever it takes just to be labeled racist so that people can understand that there's a race that's different than mine. You know what I find? I find myself in life sometimes. It happened once, actually. I got born as a human being. I didn't get to decide these things. Am I racist? Hey, what's up with the winds of change just sitting here to take this time out of my day to sit or lay on this grass again and say I'm going to laugh at it? All them people out there that call me racist. Y'all don't even know what you're saying. It's because you're race, that's why. You don't understand what I'm saying. Because I'm racist. Hey, officer, I've heard that you can incriminate yourself, and so, well, I'll go right ahead. Although you're black, and so you probably don't know what I meant. Sorry, I thought you were black, but I guess you're Puerto Rican. Sure, this weekend I'll come over to your country, but I don't speak the language. Am I racist? What are you talking about? I don't know, I'm just saying it. Because a lot of people are so afraid to say this. Well, anything that's in their head. Anything that they just meant, and it came out like something else. Different. Are we just indifferent? Well, I think that we're just different. And I think that a lot of people think that we need to be less different. Yeah, let me just go back to when I was born and change my pigmentation. Change my height and change the hair I've got and change the type of life I live. I'll tell you this, I'm going to change who my parents were. I'll go back. I'll do it. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll try. We'll see. Maybe. Probably not. I'm kidding. Can we get some perspective? I'm not racist. I'm just extremely discriminatory against people who are racist. Oh, so you're on the front lines fighting the battles for us people who are exactly like you? But you're different, dude. Wait, but I thought you weren't racist. No, I'm not. It's just that sorry, let me, where's the time machine? I'll go back. I'll take it all back. Everything that I had. Been given by God, I guess. I mean, what do you want me to take back? You want me to not be born the color of skin that I have? Do you want me to be born in a different country or different land? Do you want me to not be born so you can get mad at another man? It's going to be another one of me, I think. If you think that I'm who you think... No, I'm not racist. I didn't mean to say it. I'm sorry, I don't see color. I'm an artist. Wait, how you drawing photographs? I mean, taking pictures. I mean, how you drawing pictures? I mean, how you going out there and making this? It figures. It's what they all do. Live in denial, dude. No, I didn't even hear your accent. I didn't know that you had it. I thought you might have, you probably went to some kind of school and learned how to speak a thing better than I do. You're one of those news anchors, right? It's a high-end professional career. I'm not racist. I didn't hear your speech because you're from a different country than me. And we speak English here, so get out. If you're not going to learn a language. I'm not racist. I don't think so, at least. I think, I just can't take it. And so instead, I'll just give it out. You racist. Now, who's see you later. When? I don't know. Maybe somewhere on a different road. We'll cross paths again and I'll be strong enough to just admit the differences we have. But for now, I don't know if I can. If I mention it, it might mean that I've said something bad. Maybe. I think. Really, I think that it'd be easier if I didn't have to take things so seriously and be careful what I said. I'm not racist. I just don't like anybody who's not exactly like me. Because I don't understand what they mean. They say some things and I don't know how to be. I don't know how to act like that. And so I can't. And that makes me feel like I have to understand everything about who they are. which makes it hard because there's a lot of different people out there. So, ask me if I'm racist and I'll say yes. No. Oh. Well, depending on what I said, I don't think it matters to them. Oh, just those of any place or any race or any... can we just make it all stop? Well, no, we cannot. There's always going to be differences. It's just that this earth is different. We've got different places when the culture gets geared around the things we live, growing up with. If nothing else, and that's something. Well, I guess I'm racist. I guess. I don't know what's next. Oh, the Asians. All right.